I move this to the same kind of way.
My man. Hey, Tyrone on everybody's show. We got to bring him on our show too. You on everybody's show. That mother been on everybody's show. He's up all night last night.
I've been doing our show for a while now, though.
No, I'm talking about, I saw you on Carl Thomas show. Oh, Chris, you look great right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's it.
I mean, you're ugly, but you're great.
What you do different?
Put the camera phone, the light behind the camera.
The light behind the camera. There you go.
He on mute right now.
That's perfect.
Bingo.
I've been on Carl's show about 4 times too.
I saw that. When I looked at last night.
He put that light behind him. He stoic now.
You put your hat back on now. You can put your hat back on now.
20 seconds down, need it again.
No, we good.
Good.
Okay. I'm taking that last one.
All right.
H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and we got my man back in the building, C. Walker, Chris Walker. We got Jimmy. Today we got the Hatter. And the Hater is in the building today. We back. So y'all better, hey, let me tell y'all something. You're going to get chopped up today. You come around because Chris in full effect today with Women Rock Wednesday, Chris. And guess what we're going to have later, Chris? We're going to have some special guests. We're going to have some women in the building, special guests talking about a unique fashion show for charity. And I got to, and Jimmy, we got to figure out, because somebody gave me some goodies the other day, Jimmy. So we got to figure out how we gonna give them away on the show. And you got to figure out the logistics of it. But I got some stuff for y'all, some great stuff. But we got to figure out logistically where you'll be able to pick up the stuff. And but Chris, Jimmy, it's a great day in sports. Remind me later when we get into the NBA. I got a unique story about the Clippers. That organization that got Chris Walker's words. You got one of the worst coaches in the NBA. You know, so.
Whoa. Don't have to. Don't stuff now. Don't do that.
Oh, that's right. I can't say that no more because he does. That's black on black crime. Okay, but it's the truth. But it was the truth because as the facts changed, the truth changed. So those facts has changed, and I apologize. Those facts has changed. Now Doc Rivers is the best coach in the world. So but no, you're right, Chris. My bad. Oh, see that, Jimmy, take over, man. Well, no, but we're coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Power 101.5 FM. Okay. What's going on? Let's get this thing cranked up, man. This man crazy.
Get right to it. We'll dive right in. Of course, Women Rock Wednesday is today, guys. So, ladies out there, shout out to you. If you're out there working in the office, at home, driving in your vehicles right now, listen to the Power 101.5 FM. We'll shout out to you. This is your day. And me,
on YouTube too.
And of course, we're streaming on YouTube as well. ChopShopHTX as well as Facebook. You can join the conversation, which is going to be quite a convo. We'll get right back into it. We have Chris Walker live with us. And a lot of people, Chris, we're going our mailbag early on. Let's go in the mailbag. What you got in your mailbag? Pull your mailbag.
No, I'm going to let you go first.
Open your mailbag.
You ain't going to put me out there. I'm going to let you go first.
You're a college coach. And one of the, another Division I college coach who's in transition right now, John Smith, who used to be at Incarnate Word most recently.
John, yeah.
He tweeted out today.
What do you say?
It says, amazing how adults love to take credit for kids' offers when they did nothing to communicate with the collegiate staff on the player's behalf. Also, stop texting or calling kids directly to solicit information. Deal with their parents. It's very disrespectful to manipulate youth.
Hold up, Jimmy. You got to read that one again to me. Because I wanna figure this out. Say that one more time.
I mean,
Let me read it. I want to read it. No, sometimes faith comes by hearing and hearing the word. I want to hear this one more time.
so now you're gonna put.
I had to go to church one time.
Yeah, he done closed now.
Yeah.
I had to go to church one
No,
one Sunday. Look how he acted.
Cause I want to comment on it. But I think let me read. Can I read?
You
Let me
want-
read. Let me read it this time.
Oh Lord have mercy.
You say amazing how adults love to take credit for a kid's offer. Jimmy put adults. That's the key. I want to know who those adults are. Okay, number one, for kids' offer, and when they did nothing to communicate with the college staff on the player's behalf. Also, stop texting and calling kids directly to solicit information. Deal with their parents is very disrespectful to manipulate youth.
Was that John Smith saying that?
Yes.
Yes.
So he's attacked. So is he gearing that towards college coaches? Is that where he's making that comment?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. He said adults. Who is the adults?
Well, I mean, I would take it as a blanket comment because, first of all, as a college, you, Chris, you were in the collegiate ranks for over 2 decades. Are you not familiar with adults taking credit for offers that kids get? Whether it be the trainer, whether it be the summer team, the summer coach, the trainer, the high school coach.
Well, why should, let me ask you a question. Is it, why would, if they train them,
Yes.
coach them,
Yes.
can't they take credit for it?
Yes. Just because they didn't talk to the coaching staff, that don't mean nothing. Just because they could have went to another school. They could have went to another school. Several schools. Just because they didn't talk to that particular coaching staff don't mean they shouldn't take credit. So I'm just trying to figure out, Jimmy, see, that's why I said read it again. Notice I said it.
It's a blanket statement. So
Yeah.
that only he can know where it comes from. So let's pull back the layers and dissect it in.
Let's pull
And just
it
cut
back.
it apart. Do you know any summer coaches that have taken credit for kids and they did not? That's the thing. Taking credit for a kid going to a particular school and did not communicate with that particular staff.
How about this? What you're saying is, let's say a kid plays for 3 different teams, or he plays for a team that when he gets the offer, he's not on that team, and that guy takes credit for it. You know, like, he played, I did that, I got that done, even though he played for them, I did that. Or a trainer takes credit for it, as you're saying, when a kid plays for this team, they saw him at this event, and the college coach could be communicating with the coach and never talking to the trainer, but the trainer says that's because of what I did that he got that offer. I can see some chaos in there.
That happens. So that happens. Is that more normal or not, or abnormal for?
Well, everybody's gonna listen. How about this, Jimmy? It's your famous line. Everybody gonna take credit when things are going good. What happens when he don't get an offer? Who's taking credit for that? Or is that just a blame game after that, Patty? Everybody putting all that work in. He get an offer. Everybody taking credit. Everybody put that same work in. He gets no offers. There's no credit to take. Just blame the boy.
See, me personally, maybe I don't look at enough Twitter of people. I don't see that many grown folks taking credit. Maybe I need to follow some of these people, and you might see it, Jimmy, because that's your wheelhouse. I just don't see. That's why I didn't understand it. That's a lot of that stuff. I just didn't understand it. That's all.
Hey, let's deal with the second part of what he said about calling, DMing the kids and calling them directly without talking to the parents. I'm a firm believer. I'm not saying that I haven't fractured that rule once or twice in my life, but it had to be extenuating circumstances. But I do believe that the first point of contact should be the kids. It should be the parents before you talk to the kids. And a lot of coaches don't do it that way. And social media has put it in such a way that it's easier to get to the kids than the parents now, unfortunately.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's a different time because information is more easier to get. And so you're saying, once again, for the second part of the comment, and we're just tuning into the Chop Shop, we're talking about a tweet that was made by a former college coach, Division I coach John
He's
Smith.
former. He's not a coach.
Well, he took a high school job this season.
Okay.
So I figured I would call it in transit.
Okay.
That means because if another D1 job came tomorrow, he'd be gone like a
turkey through the cone.
There you go. So here's what I'm saying. He says that we'll just quote him. I want to read exactly that one sentence. Also stop texting, calling kids directly to solicit information. Deal with their parents. It's very disrespectful to manipulate youth. Here's my take on it. And that is, of course, I agree with you, Chris, the parent, because the parents are definitely supposed to know better than their kids, these teenagers. Here's how this can go, 2 different ways, and I've provided solutions to some parents before. Number 1, you have to sit down with your kid and explain to them, if somebody calls you, they're going to call you because there's so many different ways to get phone numbers. But if they call you, then you have to be polite, be cordial and respectful, but then you tell that person, can you please call my mother or call my father? Right? And here's the number. That's one way. Now the second way I've encouraged some parents to do, that if you have a player that's a basketball prospect in the upperclassmen, the older he gets, the more phone calls are going to come in.
Okay.
So if you feel that's coming, even before it happens, trust me, the headache is well worth $20, $25, $35 a month. That's $1 a day. That's to go and get another phone line. Not necessarily another phone, but another phone line. Right? That means now that phone line should be the number that you attribute to the recruiting and whatever you put in on all the documentation for your son. That means now you have access to that line, to the voicemail box, as a parent, as well as the kid.
So does this mean all grown-ups?
Yes.
Even sneaker shoe grown-ups?
Yes.
Who call these kids and the kids tell them to call their parents?
Well, guess
and
what
then you call them out on it and they get mad. But
Here's what we do.
Okay.
Here's what we do. We got 1 minute left. We got a minute left, Charlotte, going into the break. And what we're going to do is, the author of the comment, he's going to chime in and join us, Chris Walker.
Okay.
We're going to get John Smith.
Yes, he called.
He's going to join us live on the Chop Shop after this break, and he will hear straight from his mouth what he meant from the text message.
Awesome.
And because I'm game with it, but we want to know what he meant for it.
Yeah.
So just guys, just hang right there, and if you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube right now, it's the perfect time to share the show to your timeline and your friends. Be right back on the Chop Shop.
Share it, baby. Share it.
So to put in here, you just have to press that and turn up the phone. Yeah. Hello.
Y'all trying to give him a job, man. Y'all
He got him one. Chris, he had a high school.
I know Chris. Man, Chris had to say something. Hold on.
You know what? That's another one. Chris, look at the comments. Are you reading the comment, Chris, while you there? Waukesha says that's another. Okay, how about this one?
What?
Coach, I can't take these shoes from you until you speak to my parents. That's another. I mean, all of that goes hand in hand, goes in line. I'm a believer of that. But the parent has to have that conversation with the kid.
With their baby. Yeah.
They have to. Understand. It's the same thing as a relationship. If you and a man or a woman, and y'all just courting, and guys gonna hit on you and gonna call. That woman looks good. Guys are gonna be hitting on them. Now, how do you, the female, they're gonna get the number or DM them or whatever. You can't stop them. Well, you can make your stuff private, but if they do, how do you handle that? Number 1, put on your doggone tag. I'm married.
They don't care.
I'm just saying.
Some of these guys like Chris. People don't care.
I'm just saying that's one way. Number 2, you can let them know. Excuse me, but I don't think it's. You give them but you have to have that talk, because if you don't have that talk, you don't know what your other or what your girlfriend or boyfriend is telling them. They could be telling them, I ain't got nobody. Just like you play, so a kid can be playing with a summer team, and you another summer team. You offer them sneakers. That kid can say, "Man, I ain't committed to nobody. I'm good. I take them sneakers.
So it's some wives out there be saying I ain't got nobody.
It could be.
Let it go.
Chris Walker had a summer team. Chris Walker, didn't you tell your kids to go get them sneakers and come on back? Oh, you're on the mute. We got him on mute.
Yeah.
Oh, you said unmuted.
Unmuted.
Yeah.
Yeah, unmute.
Yeah.
Unmute Chris. Unmute.
There you go. We got you unmuted now,
Chris, can you hear? Okay.
Cut your music down then. That way they can hear. They can hear. There you go.
Hey.
Now, we said that did not back in the days when you were coaching summer ball, you were coaching the Adidas team. You had some other people from the Nike.
Music is on the same thing as him, so if I cut it down, it's gonna cut him down.
Oh, it is?
Okay, turn it back up.
Okay. Turn it on back up.
Okay.
I see you, AJ. Stay on down
Not
there.
all the way.
Didn't you tell your kids go get them sneakers? Go get them Nikes and come on, but you still come on back. Don't turn them Jordans down. Okay. No, not
No,
a dime.
they don't.
Okay, but no. And guess what though? That's we're gonna come back. We'll come back in the break. What, the manner of which they received them. Are you okay with the way that they get them?
You can't stop it.
I can't wait.
Welcome back to the Chop Shop, the Midday Sports Happy Hour. 27 minutes past the hour. A sunny day streaming from the Power 101.5 FM. That's the Power 101.5 FM. We get John Smith back on the line, and he had joined us. There you go. You're going to go get him back shortly. That
Okay.
was the author of the comment we were talking from the last segment. And now, meanwhile,
Hold on, Chris. Hold on. Mr. Katie said, "What's up, Seawall?" But keep going, because I don't know if you see it or not.
Before y'all get to that, y'all see the debates last night? That's all I got.
I missed the debates. I watched.
I taped it.
David and watch.
I heard Elizabeth.
Okay.
I heard Elizabeth. Lizzie.
One.
I heard Lizzie. You know, she snapped back.
No. Y'all need to talk about Marianne Williamson. She talked about reparations, man. Y'all need to go back and
Man, I don't want to hear about that. Let's go. I got some reparations we need to go. Let's take over. No. Hold on. Let's take over the industries that all of our talent is going to first before we get there. Let's get that money from the industries that we got control of. I don't want to hear that, man.
They tell me like giving out business though.
Man, I don't know it. Come on. I got one.
Now what we got? We're
got
gonna,
one.
as promised, we're joined right now. We have Chris Walker live on the phone. We're joined by John Smith, former collegiate Division I collegiate coach at Incarnate Word, and also high school coach as well. And this morning, if you just tuned into the Chop Shop, his comment on social media was amazing how adults love to take credit for a kid's offer. That's a collegiate offer when they did nothing to communicate with the collegiate staff on the player's behalf. Also, stop texting, calling kids directly to solicit information. Deal with their parents. It's very disrespectful to manipulate you. John Smith, what's going on? Welcome to the
What's
Chop
up,
Shop.
Smitty?
John,
What's going on, man?
what's going on? John, let's get right to it. What did you mean?
What prompted?
Let's go to let's put back the first part of it first.
Well, y'all know me. I ain't shy.
Yeah, we just don't. I didn't understand. It was kind of subjective and
Speak my mind.
okay.
I'm an advocate for kids first and foremost. Let me say that. Everybody who know me, you know, I've worked at 3 different Division I institutions: Northwestern State, Texas A&M, and Incarnate Word. And every time I've been at, everybody know I'm about kids. So I don't care if adults feelings get hurt when it comes down to kids. So I give you. Let me use my classroom skills.
Okay.
Let me give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna use no names because I'm respectful. But
Use some names, John. Use some names.
recently, let's say recently a kid received his first Division I offer.
Okay.
Okay? The kid received a Division I offer, then all of a sudden, a guy who probably rebounded for the kid, did a training session with the kid once upon a time, or probably let the kid play with him in one game, in one tournament, last year in April, all of a sudden out the blue, you know, start calling the kid. Now, you have a relationship with the kid's father, but you want to call the kid, text the kid, try to shame the kid for not including you or your organization in his tweet, or give you credit and at you in his tweet. Then you want to ask the kid for the phone number of the head coach and assistant coach that gave you the offer so you can follow up
on that school and give them information. Now hold on, Mr. Adult. If the kid has an offer from a school, why do you need the information? Who needs you to follow up with that university about that kid? They don't need no extra information from you. That head coach and that assistant coach did their research already, and they've seen enough to offer that kid and extend that kid a visit to come to their campus. Now, you may be the same. These are some of the same guys who hinder kids in recruiting. You know, let's say a Sunbelt school like that same kid, the same coach who told the Sunbelt school, I don't know if this kid quite D1, but now the kid got a D1 offer, and now you want to take credit. Another thing, 2 minutes ago, if you want information and you are truly in this business of trying to help children, then deal with parents. I don't care how muscular a kid is, how tall he is, his facial body hair, they're still not grown. They're children. And adults, no matter what your physical size is, we're more mature and you could be manipulative, and that's not right. And it's too many of these cases that's going on, you know, between 9 years around college and 7 years around high school. I've seen a lot, and it's just time to call a spade a spade. It's BS. Adults, y'all, if the shoe fits where, you listening, for all y'all that's listening in now, if you really need information and you are purely trying to help a child, call a parent.
You know what?
Parents to solicit information. It's okay for collegiate coaches to directly call these kids because we are talking about the business at hand. But for you adults that have agendas, stop manipulating these kids, getting information from these kids, and some of y'all going back and y'all sabotaging possible opportunities that these kids can have.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, a grown man, stop communicating with other people's kids. If you coaching the kids, that's one thing. But for your personal agendas, it has to stop.
You know, and I'm glad you said that, even, you know, because I've seen texts or DMs where I've seen the kid say, man, call my mama.
Yep.
And the dude like get mad at the kid for saying that.
Yep.
Oh man, but you going on like, okay, we moving on to the next one. But the proper thing, some of these kids are telling these grown people, call my mom.
Yes.
Wow.
And they manipulate and influence these kids and try to shame them. And like, why are you really, I mean, now if you're trying to get paid or then go pursue another route. But if you work for Dell and you start breaking desktops and laptops, your ass is fired because the product is the computer. Well, folks, this coaching thing we doing, our business is kids.
Can't break the
Do
kids.
not damage the product. Don't damage our kids.
So what's your solution to that? You know, because it's an epidemic. It happens all over the country. And it happens so widespread that people think it's the norm. But at some point in time, with more and more, with the increase on the amount, think about it, every other week, there's a different educator in the news for inappropriate relations with kids.
Right.
And this is the angle that I'm coming from. And what happened? It's okay until the lightning strikes your tree. So John Smith is live with us on the phone right now, guys, and we're talking about a very, very serious topic, and that is it okay for adults to bypass the parent and solicit kids for youth sports? What's your solution, John?
It is not okay. You know, the Bible says, you know, train up a child as they should be brought up. Also, the old folks say charity begins at home. I'm very spiritual. So, let me first speak to the parents. Charity, training, everything begins at home. Train up your child in the way you want them to act. So for y'all parents, I love you to death, but let's stop being best friends and social buddies with our kids, and let's start being parents again, and let's lay down some ground rules. Because when we train our kids, they know. We have to have our kids trained to, hey, you know what? Make sure we continue. Now, to the kids that's telling them, call my mama, call my daddy, good job. Those kids are trained. But for the parents that's not, for the parents that's relinquishing, you know, probably relinquishing power to guys that they really don't know, just because a guy gives your child a backpack and a pair of shoes and take them on a van trip to Dallas or Baton Rouge to play an AU tournament don't mean he got your child's best interest at hand. All information when it comes to post-secondary opportunities need to be forwarded through the parents. Kids are not adults. They can't make executive decisions. You know, also we just need to watch who we trust our kids around. You know, the kids are kids. They're very impressionable. We can't never blame kids, you know, for some of the things they do because they don't know. But parents, we need to train our kids more, and our AAU coaches and people who are mentors to the kids. Let's make sure, you know, we're doing this for the right reason. Because we have, first and foremost, you know, we have way more good AAU coaches out there than all the bad guys.
Right.
Oh man, it is some life changers out there. It's some guys on the grassroots circuit. It's some guys that don't have shoe contracts that have changed some lives.
That's right.
And I love those guys, seriously. But you got a few bad apples out there, people who never was nothing in their life and trying to live vicariously through these kids. And it seems like when, you know, when children have a shortcoming, it is our job to use the game of basketball as a stage to build character and teach life lessons and morality so they can be productive in society. But we have adults that be losing their minds on these children because the kids came up short of a goal that probably was more important to that adult than it was that child.
Chris Walker.
Chris, you there?
I'm here, brother.
Okay, well, your thoughts on this process, this practice, I'm sorry, and you know, about grown-ups bypassing the parent. Because you've been on both sides of the fence, Chris, as well as John Smith. You've been the summer coach, you've been the college coach at the Division I level. So aren't you, when you were the Division I coach, Chris Walker, and a guy attempts to take credit for a kid committing to your program, you're not going to go, knowing that that summer coach has more fish in his pond, you're not going to go and devalue that guy from taking credit because you don't want to get in the way. You're going to see it, but act like you don't see it, right?
There's two things. I appreciate John's comments. And there was a lot of frustration. I'll attack it from the collegiate side first, and I'll go to the summer coach's side second, and I'll deal with the parents last. Just like everything else, the college coaches, they have a responsibility for who they connect with. Okay. Right? The college coaches, put it on them. They're the ones that have the scholarship. The parents are going to go crazy. You already know everybody wants to be a credit taker. Everybody in the hood who gave them a pair of shoes or gave them a basketball or gave them a ride somewhere is going to try to take credit. The college coach has a responsibility of who they contact. Now, I'm going to give the college coach a little bit of a chip here. Sometimes the parents ain't involved. There are a lot of kids where the parents ain't involved now. Keep it 100, right? No matter how good the kid is. There's some situations where parents don't care about basketball at all. And they give all the power to the summer coach.
You're right.
Right? They give all the power to the trainer. They don't want them to do it. They just want their kid to be out the house, as Jimmy said, 48 hours on the weekend. Until it turn into something where coaches are calling and then they get more involved. So it's not a one-size-fit-all way of looking at it because there's different types of situations. But I put a lot of onus on the college coach. But again, we also live in a technological age where it's easier for those guys to get to people, get the kids on their DM, right? It's easier to get them through text. A lot of the parents are shielded from them, and they don't even let them get to the parents. So once you know you should get to the parent, once you know that you're dealing with a situation, again, it depends on the college coach's modus operandi. That's how he does things. Next point.
Hold on.
We're gonna take a break, Chris.
Let's benchmark that right there.
I like
and we'll come right back for it. We're gonna go a quick break. We got Chris Walker, John Smith. If you're there, you can hang around. We got another topic for you about the camps this past weekend. And just hang right there. We come right back. We got John Smith, Chris Walker, Chop Shop.
Chris, you kind of good. Chris, you kind of good.
No, man. What you doing over there?
I don't know.
Tell John trying to get a job.
John can't hear.
John
John can't hear.
John can hear because John probably watching on the screen.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He's chopping up all the parents.
Let's read some of these comments.
Well,
Let's while during the break.
Carswell.
Let's
Is this John Coswell? This ain't my man.
Yeah.
This ain't my man. It's my man, Dad.
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Coswell? College coaches only want to speak with my daughter in 2018 when she was going through the process.
Yeah, but okay. So, Chris, you can address that question. A parent just said, "What?"
The college coaches only wanted to speak with my daughter in 2018 when she was going through the process.
So, how should a parent handle that?
You know what? What is it? The college coach needs the player, right?
Yes.
And you run your household. Hey,
Yes.
sir, if you want my daughter, you talk to me. If you don't, if you know what he's gonna say, sir, I'm gonna answer every question you want, sir. They're not gonna do that. You gotta have a backbone. I'm not saying this guy does it. You gotta have a backbone to say, in our house, what they say? What's the scripture say? But in our house, we gonna.
For me in my house, we gonna serve the Lord.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
In my house, you gonna talk to me before you talk to my daughter. And guess what they gonna do? They gonna talk to you. That's what they gonna do. They're not gonna do that.
Oh, I got you.
That's why I was meeting him at first.
I got you. I got
You
you.
want me to put him
Y'all gotta
back?
meet me.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
got to.
we're gonna meet you. I'm gonna text you why. Yeah.
They don't matter. Just hit me up. It's all good.
But in that situation, what you do, and if that ever happens, you go ahead on and do what you're supposed to do to mute it. Then you explain.
Explain us later. Yeah.
I just thought
No,
y'all
I'm just
knew
saying,
that.
No, we didn't
in
know.
the future,
Yeah.
because we don't know that it's coming
Yeah,
through the.
we didn't know. Thank you,
through the
man.
radio.
That's good. That's good. That's good to know. It's
You know
good
what I'm
to
saying? And then you just write that. That's like she just did. That's all. That's how you remember. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Only. Now you don't need forgiveness unless you know you're getting it right. Now if you take the gamble and you did something wrong, you should have airballed. That's more than forgiveness.
Dirk Minifield, what you say? Herb said.
Why is it credit for a kid
1 minute.
going to
Okay.
D1 school so important when the kid has accomplished what all involved has wanted for the kid? I have coached and trained Division I kids that have reached the pros and never look for credit for any of them.
What level?
But I mean, I know Dirk, but it's a lot of people that do.
Left.
Huh? He probably gonna plunk back in.
Okay.
You know what happened? He doing on his phone. His phone might ring.
Yeah.
He got to answer the phone, or go check his text messages. It's gonna bump him out.
All right, 10 seconds already.
Yeah.
Three, two, one.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and we had Chris Walker on the screen. I guess he'll pop back on shortly.
If you're listening right now in your vehicles, when you get to where you're going, we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. You can go to Facebook, type in ChopShopHTX. Actually, that's the handle on both of them. And you can join the conversation. We invite you to join the conversation. Share your thoughts on the topics. John Smith, you still there, Coach Smith?
I'm here.
Now, Coach Smith, this past weekend, they had the NCAA Collegiate Basketball Academy, and they had 4 different regional camps that was held around the United States, and one was in Houston, Texas for this region. Did you get to take out the opportunity to check out any of that event?
I didn't partake in the one in Houston, but I did pass through Phoenix, Arizona, the Grand Canyon, just to kind of get a glimpse of what it was like. And Vegas is definitely missed. And missed the whole Vegas model to help the kids get better exposure. I don't think the NCAA camp model is the way to go.
Well, one thing that we learned is that the NCAA has stated that their camps are not going anywhere. Those camps are here to stay. Now, when they would take place, that's to be announced. If they're going to remain in July or will they shift them to June. And the thing is that's kind of gets me is that I believe. Well, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to toss it to you guys, you and Chris Walker. Do you think that the NCAA got bamboozled by the USA Basketball when they first announced about the dates and they allowed USA Basketball to conduct their training camp on the exact same weekend?
I don't think I think they know exactly what they were doing. I don't think that was a mistake. You know, you gotta understand, man, this is all put together. Right? There's not, I wouldn't say there's a scheme, but they're not trying to eradicate from a basketball, but they're trying to definitely have a seat at the table. I don't want them to get away from the June period. I think it's valuable to have the high school coaches involved. Why should we alleviate the high school coach? That's silly. We should do that. And it also gives other kids an opportunity to have a chance to be seen in front of college coaches, the ones that don't play for Nike, Under Armour, and Adidas. So that's a good thing. Now, what they should do, and we shouldn't bring back Vegas just because it's popular demand and everybody liked it, but and because what happened at the Cosmopolitan happened in Vegas shouldn't reflect negatively upon the guys who put the events together. But I told those guys, you keep charging all that money for those packets, and they're going to get rid of Vegas, and that's what they did. They were being too greedy.
So the coaches controlled that. The coaches didn't want to pay all that money for those packages.
Well, the have-nots. See, there's more coaches with smaller budgets.
Jimmy, I was a have, and I didn't want to pay for it.
Well,
think about it, Jimmy. There's 6 tournaments going on at one time, and you got to pay and go to every tournament.
That ain't your money, man. What is you talking about?
Yeah, but Dad, it's not about whether it's your money. Think about what I'm saying. That's only one weekend. We're talking about paying for packets. We're not talking about operational budget. No one says, hey, we need $50,000 to pay for packets for the entire year. That's not a line item.
Okay. So the money have to come from somewhere.
Exactly. So it end up coming out your pockets where it end up coming, and you can't get that back.
Wait a minute. So the budget comes out of the coach's pocket?
No, what I'm saying is, if you think about it, you got a kid, these guys are smart, and they were trying to get over on the system, and they got their hands slapped. So if you think about how many tournaments are going on in Vegas at simultaneously, so what a guy with the NCAA is smart, they say, look, we just got to pull a dude over this tournament. If we get him over here, it don't matter if he's in the other tournament, he got to pay $500 just to walk in the door. It's ridiculous. It was just ridiculous. And you know what?
So you're saying that
information, they're just providing rosters, and it's just an entry fee to walk in and just to look at the dude for one game.
So you're saying the event operators, they just got greedy?
Yes, they got greedy.
Okay.
Am I lying, Jimmy?
I think it was definitely a bit of greed nationwide. And then what happened as one event operator looks over and say, wait a minute, if this guy is going to charge $400 for a coach's packet, and he has 100 teams, and I'm down the street.
I got 1,000 teams.
Yeah, why the hell would I charge $200 for my packet? So now it pushes the market up.
I got a better one for you. All you got to do is have the right player. You just got to have the right player at your event. It don't matter how many teams you got.
Right.
You got the right player, and 10 guys need to come over there. And if he's a high major dude, you know what those guys know? Well, man, Big 12, you got a big budget. You should be able to pay for it. Yeah, bro, but I just paid for 5 tournaments. And guess what? Jimmy, it's 4 dudes on our staff. What if we want all 4 guys to go watch him and show a precedent? Well, guess what? All 4 of y'all got to pay to get in. It was greedy, man.
You know what? It's funny coming from you, a high major coach, but I talked to a coach, he didn't mind paying the money. He says the university's money. He didn't mind. So
that don't mean you got to be wasteful with it.
Well, Chris, understand that's your opinion. On your limb on the tree.
Yes.
At Cal, the Power 5 school, most recently.
Hold on. Think about Cal. Even if it was Villanova, even if it was
But I'm just telling you, I talked to a coach.
So
he just told me, he said, Robert, I buy all of these guys packages. He said these guys trying to get their hustle on.
Okay, but understand so.
Yeah.
Okay, now John Smith was at the Incarnate Word.
Right.
Okay, so how were you guys able to what did you guys feel? How did you guys feel about that? About the packets and the prices, Coach Smith?
That's
when
cool.
you were there, and based on your budget.
The prices of the package were ridiculous. I was still able to go where I needed to go. We was a private school. So we had a little bit more than other private schools. We've been a class of our own. But this stuff was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. $600. I mean, that's why you know, you had guys hitting an underground market, making Kinko's copies of them packets, or just trying to have somebody screenshot you. You know, small schools, we might have one of our friends take a picture on our iPhone of a couple of rosters and send it to us. We have to do what we have to do. You know, we don't have the private planes and the big money to just keep wasting. We have to be smart with ours. So at the low major level, you know, whatever you spend money on, especially when you're working for an old school coach, you better get some. If we're gonna spend this money, we better get a player out. An old school coach don't mind paying for a commitment, but we ain't gonna be buying no packages to buy no packages. So for the smaller guys, it's even more pressure on their assistants. Okay, now you want to go to this? That costs $600. You better get a commitment out that joint.
Oh, so is it pressure? It's pressure like that from your boss?
Yeah, at the low major level, yes indeed. If I'm
Hey, Jimmy, sometimes $600 like $6,000.
You want to fly here and there? You better come in. I'll pay for players all day.
You
know, when I say pay for players,
Hold on.
like,
Hold on, Chris. Keep going,
I'll
John.
pay for a commitment.
Wow. I understand. See, listeners out there and
That's great.
viewers, this is what we're doing today. We're pulling back. We're just pulling back the rug.
I'm taking them behind
so
the curtain.
Look and see
Yeah.
how the college coaches are thinking on the other side of the fence. You
High
got-
major,
Yes.
mid major.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Jimmy, let me throw one at you guys. You got guys. That's what I'm saying. Like, the stuff is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Guys that will take the package, make copies of them, cut a deal, and turn in fake receipts to the university and get money back.
They do that?
Oh, you already know. That's why you're smiling over there.
Now, send me, wait a minute, what they do? Hold on.
Old school veterans get receipt books.
They're doing that.
Old school veterans get receipt books.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I've had coaches ask me to write their receipts and didn't even attend my event.
Yes, indeed.
That's why they need. That's why I'm saying.
Numerous.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Hey man, can you write this receipt out for me? Like what? Like, dude, it's not worth your job to do that. And then event operators, that's why they keep charging more and more, because they're being defrauded. Because college coaches are recopying the package.
So to take people behind the curtain.
Take them behind the curtain, Jimmy.
Roughly how long, Chris, have that practice been taking place of people bootlegging packets? Estimate about what year?
I don't want nobody to lose their job, but 10 years.
About 10 years. Okay.
I'm saying
You know what?
But Jimmy,
15.
Jimmy, I think that's if I'm at a high major and you at a low major, you ain't got no budget, I'm gonna send you this information just cause you my dude.
So this is what happens. So a lot of event operators made their admissions so that it made it mandatory for a college coach to get in for them to buy a packet. You see, that's what happened. That's
Right.
what that was the response from the event operators.
Wow.
Meaning that you must buy.
You know you're an event operator.
And I've never ever.
You never will.
I've never made it mandatory for a coach to come to my event and buy a packet.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
Ever.
Cause you'll let people. If a coach ain't got no money, Jimmy let him in, huh?
Yeah, Jimmy like Don Cornelius though. Like, he ain't like Big Clark. He like Don Cornelius. He's so cheap.
Love, peace, and soul.
And so, live on the phone, we got Chris Walker. He's in New York City, and of course, John Smith has joined us. 2 former Division I
He's in
coaches.
San Antonio.
And John
So we
Smith.
got people all over the world.
Yeah, and John, now you recently took a high school job, right?
John?
We lost
John gone. We gone.
Hold on, what Chris drinking on?
Chris.
I'm here.
Oh, John, you.
John, you recently took a high school job, right?
Yeah, I want to say, I'm with Rodney Clark at Wagner, and we all in the hoops giving classes, so appreciate you here. We in that thing.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. You on the bench with Coach Clark?
I'm Clark's right hand man.
Boy, remind me how to put them in the skillet. I'm putting them right in the fire. When I put that schedule together, I'm putting them in the fire.
We come to hoops giving, and I drop it on the Chop Shop first. A little birdie said we play Yates.
Whoa, don't start that.
I don't know what little birdie is. Nobody made the schedule.
What's that time? What is it? Ooh, third, wide, whatever they be talking
You know what?
about.
If you want, I don't know. I had to check with Coach Wise. I mean, I thought I had them another point.
A birdie saying we might have Yates sometime that week. You know, we
Wow.
for a few days.
Oh, you might. Okay, so one of the Rick Nelson.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't want to. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it may be San Antonio east side against Third Wall.
Okay. So Once again,
Chris Walker, don't be drinking on the air no more.
No,
Is that
you
what
can
you
drink.
say?
I'm finna drink with him.
Okay.
I got something. I got me a little.
Hey Jimmy, we got some people coming up. We got special guests coming up.
It smells good in the studio right now. You gotta know. I'm tired sitting this close to Helen. Now all of a sudden, and when we come back from the
Women
break,
Rock Wednesday.
yeah, we come back from the break, we're gonna show you why it smells so good. Matter of fact, if you're driving in your vehicles right now, you just know what? You ain't need no black ice, none of those trees from the wind from the mirror. You can just sniff the speaker. Chop Shop, we coming good. Thanks so much, Coach Smith. Talk to you guys later. Chop Shop, be right back in a minute.
What's up, ladies? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We gonna have one right. You can bring that around a little bit. We'll put. What we'll do.
Chris still
I'm
talking.
trying to figure out what we'll do it. We'll have y'all together.
Right here. Put one in between us and you scoot over there where you control that.
Okay, cool. All right, Jillian, you here?
Put the boss over. Put the boss over here. Ain't the boss lady over here.
Facebook to say what?
Yeah, just go and let people
Log
know
them
you're
on the
here.
Facebook.
Yeah, y'all go on your Facebook so people
Y'all give
will
them their
know
phones, that way you
you here and you on the Chop
Y'all
Shop.
know, yeah.
She got, now this is mine, baby. That's yours right there. Yeah, you good. I got some controls I got to have.
Them two can share that mic.
Yeah, you right there next to her. Yes, ma'am. Hey, Veronica. Monica. Robert Hatter. How you doing?
Good.
Heaven. Oh, Jimmy, we got another heaven.
Another.
Yeah. That's Jim
You
Hicks.
said nothing like I'm the original.
Yeah, no, you right there, man.
You
right
the best
there.
ever. No, I
Yes,
ain't
ma'am.
no ever. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just playing. One of my
I need
interns,
my
man,
computer.
help.
Oh, wow.
Just have my computer. See, you made me. I got to move everything around. Hold on. Let me make sure. Hold up.
Y'all each can come.
That's right there.
No, what
You can
number?
come that way. You
Oh,
can come
number.
That's gonna be
You got your Facebook on?
Oh, this is me.
Yeah, they gonna
Oh,
share
this
that
is me.
Yeah, they gonna share that one right there.
Oh, okay.
What am I doing on
All right.
Facebook?
I'm one.
Go to
Chop
Chop.
HTX.
I'm one.
You want?
Oh, okay.
Jillian, here you go.
Yeah, hit it.
Yeah, go to Chop Shop. Oh, see, they help you in everything. Now,
You gotta spread it out.
somebody said we're muted again. We supposed to be muted, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay, but make sure you do this one too.
Share it with whoever you want
Okay.
to, or you can just copy the link. If it's a particular person, then you can
Let's just pick up the whole thing.
and you can paste it
Just-
to them.
just
Or you got
turn.
somebody you want to share it to. You can
turn.
I need a
whole-
post. I gotta pick it up higher though. You see what I'm saying?
You can write a post, let them know you're live right now. Tell them
You don't go there. You don't go. No, you won't take the thing to move. If you want to go higher, you go here.
About 2 minutes.
Here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll work all that out.
Herb, hey, well, let me tell y'all something right now. Our viewers, they're brutal.
Okay.
There's Women Rock Wednesday. A lot of women are watching right now. A lot of guys. They're brutal. So you take the comments.
Yes.
You just gotta take it with a grain of salt, laugh, and keep it and have some good repellent on. Like one guy just says, he says,
I ain't worried about them old dirty old men.
what he said? Where'd he go?
Got a minute?
They say I went to
He
change.
said, who's this white one? Jimmy all hooked up with. Noah and Sandy got a knife.
Don't forget, man. Don't forget here.
Cut bones and all. Now y'all gonna speak into.
No, I'm talking about this one.
This is the most important one. It's on Facebook.
Okay.
And I don't feel like hearing it.
How we look?
I gotta
You
wait.
took our
We get ready to come back, guys. Y'all
I
share
gotta
the show
wait
right
and see
now.
it. I gotta see it first to know. I can't
No, you
gauge
got it
it.
too high. You gotta bring it down. Yeah. Come down.
So you want another song or y'all gonna
No, we gonna come
Is
back.
Facebook muted?
be? No, I'm muted.
Okay.
I just muted Chris Walker, but he likes to mute everybody. This is good. Alright, y'all got 15.
Alright.
Chris Walker back.
Okay, that's right there. That's perfect.
Ready?
That's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
That's perfect right there.
Here we go.
That one right there. That's perfect. Now you
Coming
move it
back.
again.
Cut your
Okay.
ringers off.
Go back to wherever you was right before that.
Welcome back to the Chop Shop. We are officially at the top of the hour, the back nine, as Chris Walker would call it, live on the Chop Shop Women Rock Wednesday. And guess what? We'll get something out of the way. Speaking of Women Rock Wednesday, this is our time for the starting five. And the starting five is our first 5 viewers who logs on to the Facebook feed at the top of the show. That's Facebook, ChopShopHTX. And this is our way to acknowledge you ladies, because Women Rock Wednesday. No fellas on the starting 5 on Wednesdays. That's the house rule. So without further ado, our starting 5 today. Collectively, Angie Holcomb, Kim Corville, Marquessa Carter, Lori Dotson, and Waukesha Hayes. They round out the starting 5, and of course today, this starting 5 is brought to you by the Old School Alumni Tournament. That tournament, the 35 and older tournament, will take place this weekend at St. Pius High School. Go to rcssports.com for schedules. Amount of teams, 18 teams will be participating. Now, the gym may smell a little bit like some Ben Gay, but boy, it's going to be rocking and rolling in that place. Of course, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, St. Pius High School, the 9th annual Old School Alumni Tournament. Speaking of that, give a shout out, early birthday shout out to the legend who'll be playing this weekend, Dwayne Rogers, Cashmere High School alum. His birthday is going to take place always in conjunction with the Old School Alumni Tournament. Meanwhile, we got live in the studio. I promised you guys that it smelled good in the studio. and I promised that I would show you why it smells good in here. If you are in your car right now, I'm just painting a picture, right? We have 3 of the most beautiful young ladies representing Women Rock Wednesday.
That's right.
You ladies can pull up to the mic and introduce yourselves.
Women Rock Wednesday. Let's go.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Jillian Williams, and we run the Houston Pro-Am with my husband, the commissioner, Casey Williams.
Hey, I'm Monica. I'm going to be one of the models walking in the NEX Fashion Affair show that's going to be on August 3rd.
I'm Heaven Charles, and I'm also one of the models. I will be walking in the runway show August 3rd.
Heaven Charles.
Boy,
I like that.
I see guys right now looking at their calendar and they're locking in the date of August the 3rd.
That's this weekend.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this Saturday.
And tell us about that fashion show.
Yeah, tell us what's going on.
All right, so we run the Houston Pro-Am at Fundy. So championship, so playoffs start right now. So Wednesday today is semifinals. So our championship game is this Sunday, August 4th. So we created a whole weekend around our championship. So it's called the NEX Championship Weekend. So Friday is our kickoff party. Saturday is our fashion show, the NEX Fashion Affair. And Sunday is our championship game. So that's how we tie in the whole weekend. So Saturday, which they're going to be modeling in, is going to be an all-white affair. So everybody, we put style guides on No Excuses Found, so you can know what to wear. Men and women have to wear all white. Yes.
So it's an all-white affair.
Exactly.
I couldn't wait for you to have one, because last time you had one, it was in the winter, and I had to wear my coat.
And your bow tie.
Oh yeah.
So you got your outfit planned?
I don't know. I guess I got to get some white now.
Your white linen?
I think they can make me something before then. But
yeah.
What you want?
Just make sure y'all got a rule on how tight it is, because Hannah likes to wear stuff super tight.
That's Chris Walker on the other between Jillian and Monica and Heaven. Y'all can tell him hi. He is a member of the Chop Shop also. So, but let me on Friday. Where's the kickoff party on Friday?
So the kickoff party is at 77 Degrees. Is the lounge. It's a 4-story lounge in Midtown, so it's beautiful.
That's the place right behind Specs?
I believe so.
77
It's on
degrees.
Brazos.
Yeah.
On Brazos,
Yeah, right behind.
Oh, it's on Brazos.
Big white spot.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
It's four
yeah.
levels.
I ain't never been there yet.
It's beautiful.
But I passed by there a few times.
You're coming out, right?
I gotta get there.
Oh.
What day is Friday?
So it's this Friday, so that's the 2nd.
Is that where you gotta wear all white or
No, you can wear whatever you want, except I think you gotta wear dress shoes.
Yeah, you gotta be dressed nice.
Yeah.
You can't come in there.
I got a pair of slippers I can put on.
Yeah, come in there. Excuse me. Are the models going to be there on Friday?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
So
Keep
that
going.
means you'll be there, right?
Oh, I'm there. I'm gonna open the door for you.
Hannah gonna buy the bar, y'all. Hannah gonna buy the bar, and of course. Now, the Pro-Am. You say the semifinals take place tonight.
Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And who's some of the team? What time? And,
Okay.
and what's the cost?
So the cost is free at the famous Fundy, 110 Sabine Street, and today is semifinals. So
Okay.
at 7 o'clock is Team STB Nuff Said, which is Daniel House from Houston Rockets.
Okay.
You got Damon Grismore, Awesome Ace. Then they're playing Team Buff, who has Corey Brewer. I think he's
Yes,
free
Corey
agent
Brewer.
now, right?
Yeah.
So Corey Brewer and a lot of other good players. And then at 8:15 is Team Sims with Jonathan Simmons, D'Angelo Harrison. Who else is on there?
Oh, yes. That's a pretty good team.
They got a lot of good.
Joe Young.
Joe Young.
Joe Young's on the team.
Joe Young is coming. He's our special guest at the fashion show. Just
Really?
so you know.
Yeah, he like to wear tight
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
He part of you and Chris Walker's friend. That's what it is. And of course, that's going to be this weekend. The Fundy Recreation Center, guys. Tonight, the
And it's the semifinals. When is the finals?
So this is the No Excuses Pro League at Fundy.
Uh-huh.
So today is the semifinals. So whatever two teams make it out tonight,
Okay.
Sunday is the championship game.
That's what I wanted to know. So they get a few days rest.
What time?
So championship is at 4 p.m.
At 4 p.m.
on Sunday.
On Sunday.
But we're doing a bigger, so we're going to also have an all-star game with AAU
That's right.
and a dunk contest. So we're starting everything at 2 o'clock on Sunday. So it's a whole championship day. We're honoring somebody special. We have live entertainment.
On Sunday's gonna be on. Because guess what? What AAU? Do you know the AAU teams? Because I heard there's a few AAU teams gonna play. You don't know the name of them yet?
What they're going to do now is they're going to pick to be an all-star. So they're going to select ones from like the top teams like Hardin and some of the top teams. So instead of those teams, it's going to be an all-star.
Okay.
And I think on social media earlier, I remember PJ Koonsnard had solicited out and mentioned about the All-Star game. He was like, said he posted, DM me if you want to play in the All-Star game. And I replied, I'm like, wait a minute. If it's an All-Star game, shouldn't you be the one picking the kids? And he clarified and said that, well, if anybody wants to participate, then they're just going to pretty much regulate it from that.
Yeah.
So it's not.
We have to have some. Yeah. You have to have somebody to pick from.
Yeah. So they're going to do it like that way because you only have so many days, a couple of days notice for that. And once again, is live in studio, guys. We have Jillian,
Williams,
Heaven, and of course Monica with us. If you're watching right now, this is a perfect time to share the show with your friends or post on your timeline on Facebook. That's our page again is ChopShopHTX. Now, Jillian, you are a super hoop fan, and of course, you know your husband. He helps facilitate this entire program or No Excuses Program League. How long have you guys been doing this, and what inspired you to keep on keeping on?
So this is our 4th year. So we're about to complete our 4th year. So my husband he's the one with the major basketball passion, and I'm here as his wife to support him and make sure everything is executed. So our deal is quality. So we're trying to keep a quality league, and we just want to stress to the Houston community, you're from Houston, you made it, come back and support Houston. I know everybody wants to go to LA, which is great. Go to LA, then come back home and support. So.
And Jimmy, I had a unique thing. I went by the program the other day, and Jillian had on this unique top. And I said, what's going on? And then Casey came in, because I just thought it was for women, you know. And then Casey came in, so it was a unisex top. Could you show our viewers the top? Did you bring that top? Please tell me you brought that top. I just want y'all to see this. Y'all got to check this out. Yeah, you got to open that up. Yeah, you got to open that up. And ladies, how did y'all get involved? Y'all can just take over my mic.
Well, I mean, I've been modeling for about a year now, and I've done a few runway shows, probably like 20 runway shows, and saw the casting call for the NEX Fashion Affair and thought it sounded really awesome. Got cast for it, and now I'm super excited. I'm going to be rocking some lingerie, some swimwear, some activewear, and streetwear.
I ain't coming.
Wait a minute. Hannah looked over at you like you go on and we got a runway right here. You get up on that thing and
You gotta come out on August 3rd. to
I'll
go
be
see
there.
it, yeah.
And Heaven, what about you?
This is actually my first runaway show. A
Woo!
friend
Uh-huh.
let me know about it, and I went, and I'm super excited. So y'all should come see me walk my first runway.
Okay.
So now, where are you young ladies from?
I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, but I live out in Pearland now.
Brooklyn in the house.
Brooklyn, BK.
Okay, and that's in Heaven.
I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Okay, we just had New Orleans on the phone. John Smith,
That's
New
right.
Orleans. So how long you been in Houston? Were you?
I've been in Houston for 6 years, so it's been a minute.
And so now, what brought you into the basketball arena sector?
Well,
The
just
casting call.
yeah, the casting call brought me into it.
Okay, the casting call.
Mm-hmm.
So now you get a chance to. What's the end game for you? What are you
For
hoping?
me?
Yeah, what are you hoping to be at? You know, from the as a result of modeling 5 years from now.
Well, I'll be building a brand. I sing. I'll be doing acting. After high school, I'll be moving to LA. So I have a lot of things.
At the high school.
She's a youngin'. She's doing
High school.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We don't
High
have
school.
We don't have an age.
Age
Well,
No,
yeah,
no.
man, you going straight to jail.
No.
They
We
go,
got parental permission.
But see, ain't CPS downstairs?
We gotta go to a break.
Let me get up out of here.
Take
before
us to a
folks
break,
don't get
man.
out. We're going to quick break, guys. We come right back to Chop Shop. We got Monica, Kevin, and Jillian live in the,
Oh my
in the
God.
studio with us on the
This
Chop
is
Shop.
fun.
You guys hang right there.
This is fun. This is fun. That's awesome. I like that. She knows it. He got it out of me.
Yeah.
Knows it.
Say, they say, I told her, she looking at R.
All
Kelly.
you dirty old men, I hope y'all done change your
They say you R. Kelly now.
Oh, no, not me.
They smile like you R. Kelly.
No,
over there.
man.
Powder Kelly. I can't.
No, man.
That's not
No.
a problem, right?
No, you good. This
That make your toe R.
Look,
Kelly.
we got some
That ain't
haters on
right.
this Facebook page. They just some haters. Don't worry about that.
Oh my
They wish that was here.
Hold on, wait a minute. Monica, you ain't in high school too.
I'm 25.
Mine's wrong.
I'm grown.
That's all right, man. It's all good.
Girl, what school you go to?
I live in Katy, so I go to Tompkins High School.
You go to Katy Tompkins? So you went there last year?
Yes.
You knew Jamal Benjamin?
The basketball player?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How good you knew Jamal?
She ain't on that. Don't you know she said that basketball
My
player?
brother was on the basketball team, so
Oh.
he's more of a football player, so you're not gonna know his name over there. But
Did he go to when they went to state? Was he on the team when they went to state?
no, he didn't play basketball. Right?
Man, quit being so nosy.
But yeah, state was crazy.
State was okay.
You went to state when they
Yeah,
went
I
there?
did.
They should have won that game.
Sure
Yeah.
did.
It was sad. They were such a good team together, but when they played apart, I mean, it's just something about when they played together. They played so good. Everyone loved it.
Yeah.
It sucked, but it was okay.
CJ,
It's
you know CJ?
alright. CJ Washington.
Yeah. And the crew and little Holt.
Eden.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and my brother are real close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
He's
it's
always at the house.
Yeah, that's
and Emmanuel.
yeah, Emmanuel.
Mm-hmm.
See, Emmanuel White.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
See, he's a high school basketball guru.
Really?
You notice I don't know nothing about nobody you can mention but Jamal Benham. And he knows all the high school kids.
Wow.
All the basketball players. Yeah.
So what were you, the cheerleader or the
No
majorette?
cheer, nothing.
She's busy singing, Jimmy, and writing,
I
probably,
actually,
acting.
yeah, I just started to get into that this year, but it's been a passion since I was young, but now I'm like realizing I can really make a job out of it. So,
Where do you sing?
well, I mean, I just met a producer that I'm starting to really work with. We haven't gotten a
R&B,
studio yet.
Yeah, who you sing about?
It's gonna be R&B. I want pop too. I want to be able to do. I might rap a little too. So I have a lot in mind.
You got,
She's got like
you got your. I know you got you on the ground.
50. How many followers you have on Instagram? She got lots. So she's built a brand. Still in high school.
Yeah, I'm building.
So you're an influencer.
Yeah, she's an influencer.
Uh-oh.
Wow. I believe it. Let me get it. Let me get back here and get to work. Welcome back to the best.
Wait, switch headphones.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you today on Women Rock Wednesday. And guess what? We got 3 beautiful, powerful, talented women in the building today. They come here, they're having a big weekend this week. Oh, wait a minute, a big week this week, because y'all got to practice. Y'all got to practice this week too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, tell me how your week, and tell them the No Excuses Pro-Am, fashion show, wait a minute, pre-party. What about the after party?
Okay. So no, we actually do have an after party. So after Sunday, the championship game, we have an after party at the Humidor Cigar.
Yes. Okay.
We got to get Tyrone and his guests to come on and bring some sticks over there.
No, the Humidor's got their own sticks. They don't need nobody's sticks. They got enough.
We can smoke one in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
We can't
you can't bring you.
Stick it
Don't
up
bring
your
your own
shirt.
cigar. When you go there, we're gonna patronize the
You
place
gonna
when we
sneak
go.
it in your shirt?
You don't stick it up your shirt, you know what I'm saying? It's perfect when you walk in, you know.
No, we're not. He is Mr. Humidor. Robert Hatter's not.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, now we were talking during the break with young lady, of course, with Heaven, and we were proud to learn, guys, she's a student at Katy Tompkins High School in Katy, representing the Katy Tompkins High School. What's the mascot over there?
Falcon.
Oh, it's Falcon.
That's it.
Right.
I didn't want to say
She's
the wrong
not
word.
a sports enthusiast.
No, but a mascot is a mascot. You have to be, you
Yeah,
know.
she over there. Yeah,
That big bird painted on every wall in the school. You can't miss that thing on that. And of course, we
And
were.
Miss Monica, she, Monica, you did this before. You modeled before.
Oh
right?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've
Okay.
been modeling for about a year now. I've done got like 20 shows under my belt.
Monica,
Yes,
help me out.
yes,
From Brooklyn,
yes.
the fashion capital of the world,
Oh yes.
and you come to Houston.
Oh, that was not my choice. Mama brought me here.
Oh, Mama brought you.
Like 10 years ago. I did
So-
high school at Westside High School and Manville High School.
You went to West Side.
Westside.
The best side.
Yes,
Oh, Lord.
The best side.
Yes.
Hold on. What year,
No.
you went,
Oh, that's the same
what year
time.
you come out of high school?
2012.
Yeah, but she went to school too.
Yeah, she went to school with Robert.
Boy, you know what?
But you went to West Side, right?
Yeah.
When you went when they were winning in basketball?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, my son.
You know what?
Robert Hatter?
Yeah.
That's your son.
Yeah.
Hold on, don't I already knew it. I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. You know
I
what?
can't stand him.
You know what?
I can't stand him.
That's who was in that car. I knew it. See, boy, it's all in popping now.
Wow.
What did you see with his little son? Then send him. What he done?
He's over in Greece. But he was in Greece. Now he's in he just got the Ibiza
Oh,
today.
wow.
So he FaceTiming me, showing me that, hey, okay, you should have been here.
So now you ladies are on social media,
Of course.
and so the dynamic of social media right now, especially in dealing with models, explain to the viewers basically how it works and how they can follow you on your social media platforms.
Yeah, so Instagram is literally free advertisement. It is a free portfolio lookbook that the whole world has access to. So me, I'm Light Goddess Model on Instagram, and
I
pop
like
that in there. But yeah, every single gig that I've booked was through Instagram. Every fashion show that I have done, hashtags, #Houston Model. I've gotten 3 fashion shows or multiple photo shoots just from photographers typing in the search bar, Houston Model. I pop up there, they see me, they find me, boom. You know.
So Houston Model, I mean, it's not you'll be the only one that pop up.
No,
a lot of
other
them.
people.
Oh,
put,
other me-
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and you want to put the most relevant hashtags to what you're posting. It's brilliant. It's insane.
And give them your tag again, your person.
Get that for me.
At light_goddess_model. Follow.
Hush your mouth. Come
Light
on.
Goddess Model.
Yes.
Underscore in between both of the 3 words.
Yeah.
And
Oh, heaven. What
now,
you got?
Heaven, they tell me you got 5-digit followers. Right? Now,
I wonder why. Because you're so talented.
Well, I mean, you have to build it. You have to build your Instagram.
Give me an
Monica
Instagram lesson
said,
right now.
how she's gotten into the modeling industry just through Instagram. I'm starting to learn the same thing because I'm starting to see, I'm getting opportunities from that. I saw the NEX fashion show from that. So you just have to put yourself out there and be open and be comfortable with yourself and be really confident, and then you'll start to see good things coming your way. Like she said, the hashtags and tagging them and tagging the brands that you're using. That's all you need to do.
Jimmy, because they probably can't hear me. When did you start branding yourself?
I really just started branding myself over this past year, starting in 2019.
Okay.
So I've gotten pretty far. Just.
And what is your what's your Instagram?
My Instagram name is Heaven Glenn with 2 N's, Charles _.
What's your whole name?
Give him that
But
one
I'm
more
coming
time.
in.
Give it to him again.
Again, it's Heaven Glenn with 2 N's, Charles _.
And of course, now how many followers do you have?
She got to look. She don't.
Now, meanwhile, what about you, Monica? How many do you have?
So I just started this year my page. I've got, I believe, 1,700. You know, I'm slowly growing. I'm getting there.
Excuse me, Miss Heaven. I just saw it. She didn't want to tell you. We coming far away. Come back.
Yeah, just look at it.
What you mean?
Yeah, just
what you trying to look at? Okay, this one she got 47, almost 50,000 followers. 50,000 followers.
Still in high school.
Yeah, still in high school.
So at your school, at Tompkins High School, some of your classmates, give us an example of some of your classmates who have more followers or in that range. Just get
I don't really know
some of your
who has
homegirls
more
or something.
followers. Honestly, I stay with my little group of friends. I don't really pay attention to anybody at school.
What about your crew? So some of your crew, how many followers they have?
My girls are starting to build their Instagrams too, but they're all doing different things. We're all a variety of different girls, so I'm really the one who's just trying to get into the industry. So it's really just me that I can think of.
So now, based on your experience, of course, now, Monica, go back to you, and this Instagram phase, being an influencer, and of course, I know Kim Kardashian kind of personified it back in the day. How does the process go, and basically, how many followers does it take before a person can start to generate revenue off of their post?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Heaven's at the place where she can, be a brand ambassador, or tell designers, I'll post your pictures in your outfits, or things like that, and charge for it. She's definitely at that point. It takes consistency, posting on your page and having everything ready to go, and having a nice clean page that's easy to look at and nice to look at, appealing to the eyes. That's definitely very important. But yeah, you gotta get up to like the, I don't know, I want to say at least hit a nice 10K when people.
I got work to do.
To back off of what she's saying, the followers do help, but I've seen makeup artists who get PR, like they get the PR packages and the brands will send them makeup even when they have like 1,000 followers. So it's really just on how hard you work and how like creative your work is. So it doesn't always matter about the followers.
This is true.
But it also can, like, I have emailed a brand before and they are now sending me a PR package. So you just have to put yourself out there.
So
if they see that you're actively like a promoter, if they see you that you take business seriously, because that's what I have 4 Instagram pages. So I have I have a vegan page, I have a holistic healing page, my model page, my personal page. So it's a lot.
Full-time job.
Yeah, it is literally. I do not look at my phone for fun. There is no more scrolling, because literally all the work is on my phone, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of having my face in my phone, because all the work is done on there. Social media is a whole nother job. Really, if you're creating a brand, if you're constantly emailing people and wanting to get events going and be part of things, a lot of work.
Wow. And so I mean, and who would have ever known? I mean, it's right there, and I'm glad you ladies are able to break this down and explain it with such ease about the social media. Now, I guess the pushback from parents when you first get on Instagram, because I know a lot of times, that some people may put on skimpy photos,
And did you ever go through that phase?
Your parents get mad?
I wasn't allowed to be on the internet when I lived with my mom.
Smart mom.
She thought I was going to get kidnapped.
Smart mom.
You know, but then as I grew, I never was really into, you know, posting things like that. The one picture that I have is me in a swimsuit, you know, that's showing the most skin. And I was excited to post that. I was like, my followers are going to have a field day today. But that Instagram algorithm messed me up. There's this whole new thing with this algorithm where all of your followers do not see every post that you post every day. They might see a post that you posted 4 days ago today because of the algorithm. Oh yeah, so there's a whole like science that you have to figure out behind.
These young women have studied this business.
Oh, it is.
But keep talking.
Some work,
Yeah.
So you have to. So you don't have no way of knowing what they see.
So if you can turn your page into a business page, and it allows you to see the insights on your page. How many people viewed your photos, what time of day, what day they are most active, your followers. And so if you follow that, you save your heat, your fire posts so for me, it's Wednesday and Thursday. Those are the days where I have to post and I'll get the most views and the most, you know, interaction with my followers.
What about yourself, real quick? We got about 30 seconds. Having your first time that you posted a skin shot.
My parents are actually really supportive and open, so I never had that struggle with them. But I can see how other girls have that struggle, and that's just when you have to be an adult and really talk to your parents, and you can figure things out. That's all it takes.
Excuse me.
You still live with parents?
Mm-hmm.
With mom and dad? That's supportive.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to do guys. We're going to support a commercial break, and we come right back to the Chop Shop with Jillian, Helen, and Monica. We're talking some good talk. You guys hang right there. Chop Shop.
Yo, I've learned something today.
Cut it down now.
This stuff is unbelievable. Jillian, thank you. You know what? I'm sitting there thinking, you just did pick models. These young women are, oh my goodness. Yeah.
Collective picking.
Entrepreneurs. I told y'all we had beautiful, powerful women in here.
Oh, guys,
y'all
if
start playing with
some of your questions. You guys have questions for the young ladies.
They on Facebook.
Feel free to post your questions on the timeline. If you have questions for them, feel free to post on your timeline. Now, how is the perfect time to show her how she can share the show to her timeline?
Okay.
That way,
you have some on Facebook or?
She can share it. I'm saying, let me show her how to share it real quick.
That's all right.
I know, Facebook.
I have.
Oh, she can put the link. Put the link on her Instagram.
Okay.
Won't you put the link on your Instagram page? And this will help with your branding.
My young pictures.
Hey, get that girl pictures.
Man, I'm not. Man, come on, this girl. Come on, man.
We have a Chop Shop page. He does it. I hardly never go in there.
Yeah.
Because I know I can't get addicted to it right now.
So now go to your Instagram and show you how to get to it.
We have a Facebook, but I need to. We have an Instagram for Chop Shop.
Hey, you know what? She can show us how to do that.
We have after the show. We have a thing.
So how we actually? Because I'm not good at this. So ChopShopHTX, that's us. ChopShopHTX.
I ain't want to be on there with Chop Shop and have Sandra come hit me upside the head saying, "What you doing?"
No, it's business. Like Monica said, man, it's business.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's us. That's us right there.
like
So you can just, and then we'll follow you back, and then you just tell people.
Well, Casey, you ain't gonna shout out to Casey.
Casey,
Top of the show. You better tell it.
Are they
Don't talk to him. He can hear you. You ain't got to tell him, Mike. Talk to him.
Yeah, they can see it anything. There you go, sit now. There you go. They can see it now. All over the world. Cause we on YouTube too. Same thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, she on YouTube. That's smart.
She gonna be our director of social
media.
I'm
gonna get her a job. Hey, she gonna get her a part-time job around here. Do a modeling cruise. Somebody tell me I do a modeling cruise. Daryl Anderson, he's our cruise.
Oh yeah, they get discounts on
cruise this summer.
Okay.
I'm hosting a cruise.
Jillian.
Yes.
A modeling cruise. I can show you these. I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna hook you up with Jillian.
I have heard about modeling cruises. I've never been on one.
Yeah, we forgot about Chris Walker. Okay, you can't blame us. They talking about we forgot about Chris Walker.
Chris don't smell. Chris don't smell this good.
Chris, yeah, I can see you anytime. I got some stars in it. Chris, hey, hold up. Show me some more gifts. Show me some more goodies. Hold up, I got some more goodies for y'all.
Some lip gloss.
You got. Oh, you gonna get some lip gloss. I'm talking about this here. Oh, you get. I'll work this. Jim, pull that up, Jim. Jim, hold up, Jim. Hold that over there.
Hold on, wait, who gonna let this? The girl?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we just promote no excuses. Now, it ain't for you now.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a muscle shirt, workout shirt.
Workout shirt. Check this out. You can get them.
Yeah.
Then it's got H on the back.
Thank God this is my brand.
We'll lay it across the table right there.
Oh, they don't take. Okay.
Come back.
Okay.
Wait till you
Oh, I see what you're saying, Jim. I didn't know I was that loud. Oh, you got the baby.
Little bit.
Oh, the baby, Jimmy, put that over
Oh,
there.
yeah, this is for y'all and your crew.
I ain't got nothing.
I ain't got no way.
Because there was a vision
Oh, okay, another lady.
No, I've done
Okay.
it before. I just wanted to like redo it.
Yeah, I've got a vision board. It's right next to the bed.
We grooving over here.
Yeah.
Oh, we grooving.
That merch.
Uh-oh, Sandra done chipped in. Sandra done signed in.
Somebody done text Sandra and say, Sandra, who them
Yeah,
ladies
right
there
in
with your hood?
Pull up the
Jimmy, ready?
Facebook Live.
Yeah, we ready. You ready?
All right, go.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks on this Women Rock Wednesday, where we celebrate women all over the world. It's women is your day. This Facebook feed should be inundated with women today. But we got Miss Jillian Williams, the curator. When I tell you, when I go to that pro-am, she's all over the place. She's at the front door. She's at the check-in desk. She sometimes go back there and make you a Frito pie. Sometimes. So she all over the place. But we got two young women in here that's gonna model in the No Excuses fashion show. What is it? No Excuses?
It's the NEX fashion affair.
NEX. See, I like no excuses. NEX. Y'all
Abbreviate.
Okay. In that fashion show, and we got the beautiful Monica and Heaven is in the building today. But Jimmy, where we want to go from here? Because you know you got these questions. Where you want to go? Where you want to go?
Well, of course, we have live in the studio with us. We have Jillian, we have Heaven, and Monica. And if you're watching right now on one of our live streams, that's via Facebook or YouTube. Simply, if you're not, when you get to where you're going, simply type in ChopShopHTX. That's ChopShopHTX. We have Chris Walker is streaming live. He's joined us via tele. He's not on with us.
He cut off.
Chris jumped off.
He still
okay.
see. He's scared.
Chris is in New York City.
He's jealous, right?
Meanwhile, the young ladies. This is a very fascinating thing, concept, and this is popular, and that is a lot of people are taking advantage of social media to build their brand, and branding is important regardless of what you are doing. Branding. You heard the term from LeVar Ball, and all the people laughed and ridiculed, but no matter what, you know what the big baller brand. He did a successful job at creating a brand that was widely known. And even when it was bad news, people would splash that logo across the screen on the major networks, and that would be millions of dollars worth of advertising for free. So now, as we're talking in this topic, this segment about the branding part, exactly how, take us through, Monica, what's the secondary phase of the branding?
So you need to come up with who you are. You need to be firm in who you are and stay consistent with what your posts are. You don't want to be all over the place with, you want to find a niche and what you're wanting to put out there. So starting that Instagram, posting consistently, having those posts up, having a beautiful layout on your page, just so it's just appealing to the eye. Hashtags, tagging people, if you're a model, tag Vogue magazine to your pictures, tag Tyra Banks to your pictures, get it, because you pop up, there's that, when you go onto somebody's profile page, there's that little button that you can push that shows all the things that they've been tagged in. You'll be on their page, because you tag them in your picture. So, you want to get yourself out there, get as many people as you can to see you, definitely.
Those little tricks. Those little tricks make a difference.
Now, Jillian, they mentioned earlier you did a casting call and you found these young ladies. And what goes into the casting process? Because you have a fashion show this weekend, and it's an event because it coincides with the championship of the No Excuses Next Pro basketball league.
Oh yeah.
And that's what NEX, guys, think about it, it's a tag, acronym, or abbreviation for No Excuses. So what goes into that?
It's a lot that goes into it. It's a big production, especially on the fashion show side. It takes a lot to make everything. So I do quality shows. A lot of people just throw stuff together and it's chaos. So my main thing is, what models are we picking? So we put a casting out there. We have casting people show up. We see how they walk. We see just what they fit into. We do fittings. Can you do swim? Can you do lingerie? How does your body look? So we go through aesthetic. Then how do they walk? Because walking is important. So they can be beautiful, but if you can't walk a runway, it's not really going to work out too well. So there's a skill to that.
I got a question. Are there full-figured models at all? Because I know you got. Do you have any full-figure models?
We have.
A few.
Size 6 to maybe some 12, but maybe at the largest, a few for in their streetwear look.
And I've had the advantage of going to one of your fashion shows. It's an awesome production. I mean, I didn't know what to expect, and I walk in there, I say it was lights, cameras, action.
Oh yeah.
So.
You look sharp too.
and I see that you are branding next, because we used to call it No Excuses. You did change your brand this year to Next Pro.
So, but we wanted to make sure people still understood, so we may kind of go back to No Excuses, because No Excuses originated from our foundation, the No Excuses Foundation, which benefits underprivileged youth. So us doing all of this, especially this weekend, is to raise money for scholarships. So high school students, they have to be seniors, and college students, so they have to apply, get their transcripts, what's their GPA, write a dream big essay, and then we have a committee that goes through it. So it originated from the No Excuses Foundation. So we tried talking about social media. How do you shorten things, make it catchy? So we had the Next Pro League, but especially Casey, since this is his baby, he wanted to make sure that people still understood that it's No Excuses Pro League. So we have all the abbreviations. So we're about to release a shirt for the championship that says No Excuses, because no excuses applies to everything in life. So you want people to be able to relate, because that's where it came from.
I got a nugget, Jimmy, for Heaven, and they probably already know this, Heaven and Monica. I was going through some podcasts the other day, just about mastery. And I saw this young man, we listened to this young man called Brendan Kane. You familiar with him?
Sounds familiar.
Brendan Kane, who wrote the book, How I Went From 0 Followers to 1 million in a month. And
is it the million followers?
From 0 to 1 million in a month.
Okay.
And that's the name of his book.
Okay.
It's a bestseller now. Young man, but he did a lot of stuff social media wise for Taylor Swift, and showing how she's so engaging with her fans, and then he did some stuff with some movie people. But he is an amazing read. If you go find his podcast, it's called look up Brendan Kane. It's amazing, because I've been trying to figure out how we're gonna brand the Chop Shop. So I'm always looking for things like that. And when he said he went from and then when he showed you the steps, unbelievable. Unbelievable. So that's just my little nugget I'm giving y'all today. Jimmy, where you want to pivot to?
Well, and of course,
Brendan Kane.
One of the young ladies sitting next to you, Heaven, she mentioned earlier, guys, that in addition to creating her modeling career, she can sing a little bit.
And rap.
And she can drop a few bars, but right now this is more the R&B flow. You're gonna give us. I want you to give us a little something as we get ready to go into the break. You're gonna give us something. Show us what you're working with.
That man said, "Show you what you're working with." Shake your fast.
Don't be shaking your fast. Just show us what you're working with in regard to singing. We want to know.
She's gonna take us to the break.
Yeah, she's gonna take us to the. Well, we're not ready yet.
We ready.
We got 4 minutes. Hold
Okay,
up.
well, I'm gonna let her get her thoughts together.
Get your thoughts together. Get your thing, baby. Get your mind right.
We'll come back to you. Meanwhile, don't forget tonight, guys, the semifinals of the next Pro-Am League will take place at the Fundy Recreation Center starting at 6. Is it 6 or 6:30?
Today's actually starting at 7, since we only have 2
Two
games.
games.
7 and 8:15 are the games today at the Fundy Recreation Center. It is free, no charge.
And
FRB.
we
No
have
charge.
your dinner too, so we have the kitchen. So we got all kinds of food.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
come hungry, we'll feed you.
Who's cooking?
We got Karen. Karen Thomas is holding down the kitchen.
She can burn?
Oh yeah.
Will there be vegan friendly food?
Man.
We got juices. We got the
they got the juices,
fruit
yes.
that they're-
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And of course, that's going to be the night. A lot of guys are playing, actually played in the NBA.
Oh, yes.
Within this year, as well as last year.
Right.
And a lot of the former stars from out of H-Town are in uniform tonight. And this is one of those opportunities, free basketball.
Yeah.
Take some of the youth and introduce them to the stars of yesterday. And I'm a proponent of that. A lot of times these young people don't really understand just how good you have to be to make it to let's say the NBA. They'll see a guy in the Pro-Am, or that's the acronym, we always call it the Pro-Am, but they'll see guys playing in these leagues, in the next Pro League, and a lot of the young people would leave there, a lot of grown folk, get in the cars, and say, man, this dude was balling, why so-and-so didn't play him, why that team cut him? And they don't realize it's just, you have to be just that good.
Elite level.
And so get on out this evening and support some of the young men from the community, such as Daniel House, Jonathan Simmons, Joseph Young.
You know who showed up on Sunday?
Who that?
Eric Moreland.
Eric Moreland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NBA champion from Toronto. He showed up.
Hightower
I said,
High
who is
School.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did he have his, well, you don't get the rings yet, did he have his Toronto shirt on or something?
Did nobody know who he was?
Oh, he was dressed to impress on the
No,
Sunday?
he was looking good.
Okay,
Yeah,
Eric Moore. I mean, and this is the thing. If you don't introduce one of your young people,
That's right,
to these guys, and alone, guys, you open yourself up to embrace and speak to these young people. Meanwhile,
Jimmy, there's 1 minute left.
Going into the break, guys, we got help. It's gonna introduce us to her singing skills. Take us to the break. Here we go.
Give us a.
And don't do no auto tune.
Help me understand your love. Help me go the way you want me to go. 'Cause I can't guess the things that you're thinking. So help me understand your love. Tell me everything you want me to know. 'Cause I can't fix it till I know that it's broken. Tell me you do, tell me you don't, tell me you will, then tell me you won't. Ooh, baby, ooh. Tell me you do, tell me you don't, tell me you will, then tell me you won't. Ooh, tell me what you.
Good.
Hey, guys, chop. Be right back.
Wow.
Hey, I bet she got some titles now. She picked that thing up. 60,000 now. 80,000. Follows jumping up the gym.
Don't put me on spot. I wasn't ready.
Oh, no, that means you ready.
I give you props for
You
all
ready,
that.
baby. You ready. You ready.
That's like the first time I've ever actually sung on spot when someone's like sing on spot.
Oh, well, you on your way. You on your way in. We had Tyrone out there listening.
But thank you. Y'all got the nerves out of me. I can be more comfortable.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Chop shop.
I'm gonna get you right now, young. I'm gonna get you right, young.
See Tyrone out there listening.
All right.
Yeah.
Tyrone, she in high school. Put your old ass on in high school. Put your old ass in jail. They gonna put your ass in CP.
Oh no, I said she was singing good.
Yeah, he said the singing part.
Tyrone,
the singing part.
Tyrone, R. Kelly.
You better call Tyrone.
We never even been in the same state at the same time.
Look who talking. Look who talking. Jimmy Epstein.
Oh man.
Wow, this is fun. Y'all, I'm glad y'all came. Keep on. We got 15 more minutes. So now y'all we got to hammer it on. We got to get people. Hey y'all, I want this thing sold out on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
And Sunday for free.
Yes, I do. I said 15 minutes. How many minutes we got?
About 10.
Okay. Give or take a few
Yeah,
minutes.
and 5 more.
Yeah, we got a VIP room.
This next segment gonna start at like 1:42.
Excuse me, Jimmy.
I mean, if I ain't in the VIP, I ain't gonna find you.
Jimmy, if you don't let Jimmy in the VIP, he get mad at you, won't speak to you for years.
Y'all gotta go and create something. I can't be.
They gotta be. Just put me. I want to be in general population. Because I don't want to be because y'all be too bougie up there. They be too bougie up there. Get me right there with the folks at.
Everybody wanna talk about it. So I gotta get somehow.
Yeah. You're right about that. Go back. Yeah. Wow. Man.
They're talking about the licking part. The stuff.
Oh, the lady who went around and licked all the ice
Oh, man, that was terrible.
That was
That
disgusting.
was disgusting.
Hell, you see the people do the dog? The dog, they ate it right behind the dog live on Channel 11. The dog licked the hell out of the ice cream. And they all got a scoop in here.
That's why I didn't talk about it. Hey, what y'all think about them women's soccer? They done find out them women's soccer, they said they made more money than the men. They did an audit. And the women better retract what they better coming out. Oh, you didn't hear about that?
No, I ain't hear about that.
Oh, it's off the chain. I want to talk about it. Jimmy, bring it back. Because heaven, you have my mic. No, you good.
Welcome back to the Chop Shop. It's 47 minutes past the hour on a lovely day in H-Town, looking over the skyline right now in our studios of the Power 101.5 FM. That's KHSX. Don't forget you can download that app and check us out anywhere in the world. Also, we're streaming live on YouTube as well as Facebook. Simply type in ChopShopHTX. Don't just watch us, but like our pages. Share the pages to your followers and friends.
So we can get 50,000 like heaven.
And
I will be like heaven.
You will be like heaven?
Yeah. Heaven must be like.
Let me tell you something.
I'm a long way away.
Yeah, you what they call big boned. You're not gonna get nowhere near it. I ain't gonna lie. That's a whole different fashion show. You gotta be that section called tall. The George Foreman section.
Yeah, why didn't you call me? You could have told me. I would have done a little modeling for you. I got a couple outfits. You understand me?
No, we're 2 months away. We got to start our stuff next 2 months.
No, you got to start your stuff.
Next 2 months.
I'm all right.
Oh,
I'm all right.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
No, but Jimmy, Casey is on the Facebook feed, and I thank you, Casey. Your wife mentioned it earlier. You might have not been on, but Jimmy, he said, Jimmy, we also have the Greater Houston All-Star Game and Dunk Contest before the championship game on Sunday, August the 4th. And what time is that?
It starts at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Okay, so let's go. Remember that the Greater Houston All-Star Game. Who is those the young guys, the AAU, the summer ball?
Well, okay. That's
okay.
That's one of the All-Star games, so that I think you guys can nominate yourself to play in that for some of the young people who wish to play in the atmosphere alongside a lot of the pros from all around the world, not just NBA guys in overseas leagues and that will be competing in the semifinals of the next pro league back tonight at the Fundy Recreation Center. First game, I think, tips off at 7 p.m. and the second semifinals 8:15, and the championship would be 4 p.m. on Sunday. But the de facto All-Star game, this collection of youth high school eligible basketball players will be around 2 p.m. on Sunday.
Jimmy, I guess got something new.
What's that?
Casey just told me Jahari Long, one of the players, Davion Houston, Mikael Robinson, Reuben Jones, and Reese Peel are some of the players that's already in there already, the high school players.
Well, of course, Jahari Long and Davian Houston, they're at Episcopal High School. Mikael Robson's at Provision. Reuben Jones is at Yates, and Reese Peel is from A&M Consolidated in the Bryan College Station area. So those are 5 of the young men who will be participating. And for how do they get, who do they contact if they're interested in playing?
So they can message on Instagram at Next Pro League, NEX Pro League.
NEX Pro League, and you can DM or at them on your messages if you know someone who's interested in participating. And guess what? Is there a limit on each team? They're going to cap it. I think Casey is watching.
That's the one. Casey can answer that question if he can message, because that's one thing that I'm not 100% on.
So we
I
probably
think that's unique. That's never been done, right?
No, it's the first.
Okay.
A lot of stuff going on this weekend around H-Town. Of course, the alumni, the annual old school alumni tournament will be over at St. Pius. That's Saturday and Sunday. And I also want to give a shout out to the Houston Independent School District and the Robert Horry Sports Medicine and Rehab. They're collaborating again this weekend.
To free physicals again. No,
not the physicals. They taking it a step. They taking it a step up.
EKG is something.
Free EKG.
Yes.
And as of yesterday morning, they had over 400 reservations.
Wow.
And they're going to give, once again, I don't think, some people may not understand, you guys can Google about the price or just search
EKG,
how much an EKG costs.
Thousands.
Once again, Robert Horry Sports Medicine and Rehab, our good friends of Robert Horry Sports Medicine and Rehab, Michael
Smith,
Robert Horry himself, and others. They have physicians that will be conducting free EKGs for all students of HI, not just HISD.
Oh, all school districts.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome.
So I don't know if they stopped it, but anyway, that's a great thing. That's going to be Saturday at Delmar Fieldhouse. That's the only place that can accommodate the mass of influx of people that will be joining them. But anyway, guys, we're about to get ready to, before we get up out of here, we want to thank you guys for coming and give us some last reminders of what all is taking place this weekend. You have an assortment.
We do.
Of functions.
We got the NEX Championship Weekend, which includes Friday, August 2nd, the NEX Kickoff Party at 77 Degrees, which is in Midtown. And our big event is the NEX All-White Fashion Affair, which is Saturday, August 3rd. VIP entrance is 6:30 p.m. General admission is 7. You can purchase your tickets going to @No Excuses Found. Ticket link is in bio. So tickets go from $35 general admission, $50 with the drink ticket, and $70 for VIP. And VIP includes all free alcohol, front row, a separate VIP mixer. So definitely go get your tickets now, and I'm going to give you a code that you hear it from me. So if you're watching right now and you still haven't purchased your ticket,
what's the code?
Use discount code NEX10. And that's going to give you 10% off. So you might want to hurry up and go use that, because it's not going to last long. And then Sunday, of course, for all you basketball fans, is the No Excuses Pro League Championship Sunday. So 2 o'clock is our dunk contest, all-star game, and 4 o'clock is our championship game. And then an after party at the Humidor Cigar Lounge to top it off.
Wow, it's a busy weekend, Jimmy.
That's a lot.
Absolutely, indeed. And of course, ladies, once again, give them your social media tags so they can follow you. And again,
you go first, Kevin.
All right, my Instagram handle is Heaven Glenn with 2 N's Charles _ and I'll be walking the runway. I'll be doing streetwear and resort wear. So you guys.
Streetwear.
@light_goddess_model. And you'll see me rocking some lingerie, some streetwear, and some activewear.
That's smart, Jillian. I like that.
Jillian got it going.
You know, because you let the 25-year-old sport the lingerie.
I draw a line.
That's Casey White.
I like that. Yeah, exactly. They gonna have CPS come around all y'all butts up and check y'all.
And then y'all can follow the league at
Guys, guess what? We're about out of time, and want to thank you so much for joining us and chopping it up with us on the Chop Shop.
Thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We'll be providing y'all some tickets to come out to the show.
Okay. Friday, I'm good. Come in on Friday. Got a big day, but I'll make it happen. 77.
That's him. I'm in everything y'all gonna have. Hey, where about here?
When we walk up in that thing, it's gonna be 27 degrees. It's gonna be ice cold. We get up in that Chop Shop. Anyway, guys, it's time to yabba dabba do this thing and slide down Dino's back. Hey, Women Rock Wednesday. Shout out to the power to the women out there. Guess what? See how we do it in the Chop Shop. Coming up next at the Al Rucker Show. It's gonna take you for the next 4 hours. See you in 22 hours, guys. Chop Shop.
Watch your feet. Take that phone. Pick that up. Pull that out for me, Johnny. Okay, thank you. That was good. Y'all were awesome.
Good start to the day.
Y'all were absolutely. You brought the right two.
Yes.
Yeah, you brought you brought your 18 out here. Hey, tell the other girl, I ain't mad at her. Yeah, we brought the 18. Yeah, we gotta get together. We gotta figure out about this social media stuff.
She joking. She ain't stuck.
No.
She's starting on that.
No, she's not.
It's not hard.
Them real numbers.
We gonna see.
But you just said up, you know, you really know.
We gonna call her bluff.
You know, he's married, so he can't be taking off his shirt. You know, like.
I can buy the bottle so you can feel good about taking not well.
Hold on. I'm gonna cover it. Yeah, man.
It's always my
Hey,
don't forget that.
they gonna hit the runway this weekend. They say nothing wrong with that.
They gonna hit it or they gonna walk.
They gonna walk.
Appreciate it.
That's different.
Thank you so much, Mom.
You gonna come out Friday?
You gotta let me here. Send me. Don't forget that.
Oh, there it is. I've been looking for this thing. Wow.
Got it.
Little mama, you running things over that. So you done there? This your 12th grade year?
This is my 12th grade year.
Oh, you finna run things over
Yeah,
there.
but
You know, little BB.
I'm graduating a semester early, so I'll be done quick.
She's not thinking about them little high school people, man. You right here asking about. She ain't thinking about them.
Get what? I'm gonna tell you like this.
What?
One of them little jokers be playing in the Pro City League about 5 years.
Which one?
They're chucking stats. Billy?
Yeah, he got it.
Okay then.
All right, baby.
So you better know them. You better know them little guys.
We gotta take a picture before we go. Hold on 1 second.
Shit. You know the little guys might come up.
It's okay. Not from my school. I'll find them somewhere else.
Nah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nah, you heard what she told me. She ain't messing with them locals.
Okay now.
My man Al is in the building. You got us, Dodo? I think I got it. Check that out there, too. About 20.
Hey, what's going on over there? Wait a minute. Y'all start speed. Look here, I missed the whole goddamn. Yes, I'm just saying. Bow chicka wow wow. Shit.
Women Rock Wednesday.
That shit.
Now there y'all go.
They got a part on Friday.
Now don't y'all start. You understand me? I'm not gonna share that Mevo stuff until 4 o'clock though. I ain't gonna put it out there because you know how people are. Yeah. You can have whatever you like. You watched the debate last night? You don't watch that shit? Yeah, but I was tired, y'all. Let's keep it real. My little schedule been kind of keeping my ass.
Okay, make it on hers too. Make it on hers.
I see you shoe game.
Oh, yeah.
I see.
You know how I do.
Great show.
I need some more. You got some extra high. Oh, come on now. Now see, I tried to put me on top of this kind of bullshit. I need some water. Look what he brings.
That's what they got all they can. Fuck y'all.
I need some water, y'all. I need some water.
the Al Roker show.
Is water in the
It was inebriated.
Oh, you know what? I got change at the bottom of my purse like every old lady. I got change. Yeah, I do need gas, and I'm scared. Okay. You may have to go in. Oh, okay.
The shell blew it, right?
Yeah, go home.
That was a conspiracy theory all black people.
Call me if you don't make it.
You ain't bring your charger.
Just my cash.
I'm gonna need to. I know the cash that was before.
Did you do it?
Haven't I cashed that? Did I
Won't
cash
you
that?
do
Where
it?
is her?
You Zelda.
Oh,
You can tell too.
okay, yeah, let me do that.
I'm so glad you're here early. You gonna be early all the time?
I just did. That's how. Yeah, I was like, girl, you got a little booger on your face. Get yourself together.
Y'all understands me.
Alright, we're talking about the debate. Just what your thoughts are. Y'all can say it was boring.
I didn't even watch it.
Boring.
Wait a minute.
I always get here way before you guys, so by the time you guys leave,
You already.
yeah, I got here at 8 o'clock this morning.
Oh, you gonna be hungry again, bro?
Eventually, yeah.
Come 5 o'clock, you gonna be like, shit, what a fiddle.
Somewhere, I just got in the back seat and rolled. I seen they had it on the menu, so I ordered. The nickel.
I don't know where our engineer is.
Is Jordan here?
Now I'm gonna have to work.
Can you help?
Why you looking like?
Oh, Tyrone.
But
I know he's not gonna be here August 2nd, but he should be here quick.
Oh, but it's really sad because he's the guy that I picked up off the road.
Yeah.
He said well, the 6 people are critically injured, but he said there were people that work at that unit and under there and they're dead. And really, I had tears in my eyes because that's just somebody went to work this morning, left their family, and ain't coming back. That's effed up.
So, ask what we gonna sit next to.
Just through like
Yeah, we got it.
step by step what
I'm
happened.
professional, I understand.
I mean, it's
I
gonna, the
need to
question's
put
gonna
Greg
come.
number here. What's his number? It's a funny
Oh
number.
wow! So the music is nothing loaded up already? Okay.
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 Sometimes
I'm not panicking at all.
you gotta see what Jesus has.
Whenever something like this happens, usually the show goes really fast, and it's
Where's you guys folder at?
Man, I don't know what he's gonna do.
it should be in the. Usually it's already in the log. We're the only show that has a bunch of.
Baby, do
You in a good mood, Al?
He's got the read.
Alton.
Go to that other side.
Yeah, that's his new name. Alton.
Keep on going from the big show.
Oh, Lord, no.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, don't get me started, man. Your ass still gotta go to LA.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm just really heartbroken about the people that
I know.
I really am. That you don't know, like I had tears in my eyes. I was like, you know what? I gotta stop being such a vagina.
No, you don't.
Because I am.
And you're lying to
No, that's who
yourself
you are.
if
That's
you
who
do it.
you are.
Yeah, like it really
Sensitivity.
makes me feel so bad.
Yeah, you're sensitive like that.
That's good.
Well, not to a and even more. Is the Mevo on here?
No,
Not
yeah.
yet.
I gotta tell y'all this.
Go ahead, tell us.
I gotta my turn. So,
No, you good.
Shelby Shayla's dad. She got a boyfriend.
Who the you?
And so they was like, who? Thinking they talking
Here you
about his
come.
wife. And they said, who? What's his name? He said,
You
Simone.
can
His
be
wife said,
without
"Why?"
you, baby.
What's up, bro?
She texted that to me.
The show open is already up.
Alright, let's go
What's
ahead.
the break that
Cut the cord.
No, not yet.
That's retarded.
She say wrong wife. She texted me that wrong wife, LOL.
What?
I
Wrong
said,
wife?
You
What's
a
the
good
mom say?
Christian.
That's
What's the mom
funny.
say?
Shelly, he ain't say nothing. I was like, that's crazy. As soon as they take the
He got kids. That don't mean shit. Trust me, I know.
I'm gonna get arrested.
Yeah, Al in a good mood.
She's from a giver. Put your hands up.
Oh.
She understands me for sure.
The Al Rucker Show starts now.
I hear
I hear
phone, computer, or something. Is that me?
Over here, Tyrone.
iTunes.
Oh wait.
Turn that on.
It's
No.
it's red.
Yeah, it ain't.
Did they shut it off?
It's supposed to be green, but it ain't connected.
Oh, it's really hot.
No, right now.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, you want me to unplug it?